Hi guys, Drew here, back with another video, and welcome to another episode of Drew Talks Caps, where I discuss how the St. John's Junior and Senior Caps have been doing their past week or 2 weeks, depending on how long the videos go out for a break for. But we got to talk about the Junior and Senior Caps, as this is our final regular season video of the year. This is our final regular season video for the Junior Caps. I mean, we're going to get started talking about the Senior Caps playoffs and how they've been doing. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started with junior cats, then we'll move on to senior. Seems like we've been doing that now this year. But with the junior caps, they were able to win 3-2 in the shootout over the Southern Shore Junior Breakers. A really good game. I really like Southern Shore. I would really like to see a playoff series with the Caps versus Southern Shore. But the goals in this game, Andrew Vitch opens up the scoring. Him and Winter, who scored also in this game. They've been scoring a lot of goals this past week or 2 weeks, and hopefully they bring that to them in the playoffs and maybe even farther down the playoffs. But the game-winning goal goes to Jordan Winter as he gets kind of 2 goals in this game. I mean, you don't really count shootout goals, but I mean, you could count it in that situation, I guess. And then the game-winning save goes to Jack Barrington, and a nice celly by him to win the game for the Junior Caps. So the Caps are able to win. They clinch first in the SJJHL, and now we know who they're playing in the first round, and they're going to end up playing the Paradise Warriors. And this is going to be an interesting series as the series starts on this Friday at the Mary Brown Center, and I hope to see you there. First of all, get your tickets at marybrownCenter.ca. But Paradise has actually never won a game in the SJJHL before. Now, in this series, does it matter? No, but it kind of does, because that's what's on their resume. But it'll be an interesting series for sure. I watched Kelly, the goaltender, when they came here. He's been lights out. Unbelievable performance from him in the games that he's played against the Junior Caps. Can he show up for them in the playoffs? We're going to have to wait and see, because it'll be interesting. So game 1 will be the 21st of February, aka Friday. Then game 2 will be Saturday, February 22nd at the Paradise Double Ice Complex. Game 3 will be the 25th of February. Game 4 will be the 1st of March. I believe that's a Friday or Saturday night, so another weekend game. 25th game is on a Tuesday, I believe. And then game 5 is on the 2nd of March. But this game's a little earlier. It's at 1:30 on a Sunday afternoon. And now those game 4 and game 5 games are if necessary. So if, say, the Junior Caps or Warriors end up sweeping one another, they don't end up playing game 4 or game 5. So, as I said before, Paradise has never won a Junior B SJJHL game in their life, in their history, from their time they've been in this league, which is kind of shocking to me. I've really noticed them this year. They've been really good. Now they are last in the standings, but they do show up when they can, and that's happened this year for the Junior Caps and the Warriors. So, the last game that the Junior Caps played against the Warriors, they won in OT. Remember, Andy Knight got that GWG. And then the Junior Caps played in Paradise, and they blew a 4-1 or 5-1 lead. And then Jordan Winter scored the goal with like 9 seconds left to make it 6-5. Probably one of the best Junior Caps games I've been to all year was in Paradise. So it's going to be a really cool series to see what happens, and will the Junior Caps come out on top? And we're going to try to get as much coverage as you can get as the weekends go by. So yeah, so I'm gonna say expect Jack Barrington to be the starter for the Junior Caps. Seems like he started most of these games this year, and his stats can tell that he's been doing really good. So yeah, I'm going to put my money on Jack Barrington to be the starter. It could be Nathan Hurley, it could be Scott Kirby, but if I had to make a choice, I'm going with Jack Barrington between the pipes. So that wraps up my Junior Caps talk. If there's anything I missed, make sure to comment down below, I guess. But I'm sure I'll make sure to be able to cover it next week, I suppose. But then the Junior Caps, they end up sweeping the Outer Cove Marines, as most of you guys probably know that already. But they were able to win 2 games. Game 1, they won 6-0. In Game 2, they won 5-2. In Game 1, the goals in this game, Matt Smith opens up the scoring. Mark Rumsey gets a hat trick. Kyle McGurk scores as well as Dylan McKenzie getting one for the Senior Caps. Now, Mark Rumsey has been absolutely insane for the Senior Caps this season, and I really think that he should be an ECHL player. And I know there are people watching this thinking, well, you're kind of wrong. Well, I thought that the guy has talent. He has height. He can fight when he can. And obviously in the ECHL you need fighters. But Rumsey played U Sports Canada last year. So most of those players that play U Sports, they end up going to the ECHL if you're like really good. Rumsey, he was all right for I believe University of Saskatchewan. I may be wrong, but Rumsey played well, and he wasn't able to buy himself a spot in the ECHL. So he came to the senior captain. As you can see, he's absolutely been lighting the lamp since he's been here. Then in game two, as I said, the senior caps were able to win 5-2. And the goals in this game, Matt McKim opened up scoring. Mark Rumsey gets one. Kyle McGraw gets 2 goals, as well as Joel Bishop gets 1 for the senior Caps. And the Caps are to play the Southern Shore Breakers in the semifinals. The schedule isn't out just yet. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you, because the Clarenville CBS series is already up. But no series is up yet, but if you want to stay focused on what it could look like, make sure to stay focused on the Senior Caps socials like Twitter or Facebook or even Instagram. But then you look at the AESHL website, which has been helping me a lot this year with stats and all that kind of stuff. So I'd take a look out there maybe and see if that's good or not. But yeah, the Caps will play the Southern Shore Breakers in round 2. Southern Shore is getting home ice advantage in this series. Andrew Curtis was the starter in both of these games for the senior Caps. Now, they may have started him because Outer Cove is a lower class AESHL team, and that may just be the reason, as he did really good, only letting 2 goals in 2 games. Now, I really hope Kyle Downer is back. I don't think he was battling an injury, at least I hope not. But I really hope he is back for the Southern Shore series, because the senior Caps are going to need it, and hopefully he is back for that. Only time can tell if that happens, though. But Curtis played well. I mean, his stats this year in the regular season were ugly. It was an 8.61 save percentage for Andrew Curtis. That is low class numbers, but all you can do, I guess. But yeah, so it'll be tough to beat the Breakers in the semifinals. With that Tanner Humberdredge injury, it'll be tough. And if you watch my AESHL playoff predictions, I have the Breakers beating the Caps. I can see this. I can totally see this going to 5 or 6 games. I can't really see it going game 7. Not trying to jinx anything, but I can see Southern Shore winning this series. Now, I am going to be rooting for the senior Caps, and I know there may be a few senior Caps players watching this, or maybe there isn't. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to be rooting for you guys, and hopefully you guys get the job done. But Southern Shore, they're just a tough crew, and then they're a tough team to beat. They're like a team of Brad Marchands, like a bunch of rats, I should say. But you got guys like Jesse Sutton, and he's going to be lighting the lamp. Like, I haven't saw him play before, but I've heard this guy is absolutely nasty with the puck on his stick. You got Liam Best as well, maybe Keenan Kennedy as well on that team. They've all been doing really good. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Make sure to stay focused on the schedule that will be coming up. But the Caribous will be playing the CBS Blues. The Clarenville Caribous will be playing CBS Blues in round 2. That will be an interesting series. Game 1 is Friday night, and then Game 2 is Saturday night. I know there's more games, but I'll just list off those 2. And both games will be in CBS. So that'll be an interesting series. I know I didn't predict the Caribous to get past round 1. I didn't know that Jordan Escott would be not playing for the CBs. Actually, he was actually gone to Montreal with Terry Ryan to watch the Four Nations tournament. I mean, is that better than letting your team down? Maybe. I mean, if you watch that Canada-USA game, it may have been worth it to be in attendance for that. But yeah, so Caribous and CBS in round 2 should be an interesting one. I'll try to cover a little bit about that when the next Drew Talks Caps episode comes out. So Bish did not play. Joel Bishop did not play in game 1. That may just be work reasons, maybe. But he was able to play in game 2, so I can safely say he'll be back for game 3, unless there's like a family issue or work issue or something like that. But that's pretty much going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like this video, you can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. It's been going up as of late, so make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I'd truly appreciate it, as the channel's been growing a good bit after my behind the scenes video, which is now the all-time viewed video on this channel's history. So thank you guys all for the great support, and this is just the beginning of Drew Nye the Hockey Guy. Just generally the beginning of trying to become a sports broadcaster. So we'll see if that ends up happening. More content to come to finish out the season and next year. Of course, the regiment will be coming. Going to try to get as much content as I can with them. But that's going to be for today's video, guys, and I will talk to you all again in the next video, where we may know if the junior Caps win that series, and we may know how the senior Caps have been doing versus the Southern Shore Breakers.